Hello, Heroclix land. Welcome back to Talkn Clix. Take 2. We had some technical difficulties. We recorded with Rory before Worlds, and pilot error on my part. I accidentally deleted the file when I was cleaning off my desktop, and so we are recording this for a second time, but with all the knowledge and wisdom that he brings back from Worlds. So so we're doing this again. All right. So hello, Scott. I messed up our intro.
It's all right. Hi, and today we have Rory Zaug 2.0.
Oh, how's it going?
Hello, sir. All right. So let's get this ball rolling. So Rory, tell us a little bit about your history with Heroclix and how you got started.
That was back in 2010-ish, 2011, whichever year Web of Spider-Man came out. That was my first set. It was kind of like therapy in a way for me. I'd just gotten divorced, and a buddy of mine had been trying to get me into it a little bit more, but then he's like, this is Spider-Man. I know he's your guy. Come and play. So I came to the sealed event and been hooked since, off and on, with when I could play and when I couldn't play, but always wanting to play.
And the boosters that you pulled were Warpath, Wolverine, X-23.
No, I don't even remember what the boosters were, but I'm pretty sure. Was it in the event? I know I got the Red Hulk.
Yes.
Either that day or soon after.
Yeah, I tried modding that sculpt because at the time we had those 3D objects with the light post, and the light post would never stand, so I chopped one up and glued it to a Red Hulk's hand.
Yeah, it's an amazing sculpt.
All right. So have you ever taken a break from Clix in that time?
Took a break a little bit after that once I went to basic training. So I couldn't play in basic training, of course. And then during AIT, I couldn't really play either. And then my first duty station was in Korea, and I couldn't find any Clix over there. Finally got back to it when I got stationed at JBLM in Washington. What was the set? I think it was Iron Man set was coming out around then, maybe a little after that. I can't remember. I know I bought a few bricks that I had missed at that time, like that one, like War of Light and Deadpool, Guardians of the Galaxy. So I got several of the bricks that I had missed during that year plus.
I had a question off the top of my head. Where do you play at locally?
Locally, here in San Antonio, a place called Dragon's Lair. There are a couple of them. I played at a different one before, but then the guy that ran the games there, he moved and couldn't run them anymore. So we switched to a different place that was closer to the rest of us who still wanted to play during the week. And I started running them there. Play with ACL that does Alpha Strike, and a few of the other guys around here. Cody, Mante.
They're all part of Earthbound and Down. I know all those guys very well.
Yeah, they're cool guys. But only it's a smaller venue. Most of them play on Sundays. We play at my place on Thursdays. So some people just have stuff going during the week, so they can't make it.
Have you been to Never Tell Me the Odds?
Yeah, been there a couple times to play a couple events on weekends, Saturdays. That's where I first, I guess that was the only time that I played with Spirit Vengeance Red Hulk.
Yeah, I stopped in there I guess it was about 2 weeks ago. I stopped in there when I was out running around. And
it's a nice little store.
Yeah, he's got a nice little store. He had the first Avengers appearance with the Loki that I really did not have and wanted. So I'm like, yep, I'm dropping some money on this.
It's a good little Iconics.
Yes.
You said you were enlisted in the military. What's your current rank and what was your MOS or position, your job?
I'm a staff sergeant right now. I'm 35 Mike. So that's human intelligence, not Heroclix intelligence, human intelligence.
Do you have any nicknames in the military?
I did when I first joined, because I joined when I was 29, so I was the old guy in training, and so a bunch of them called me Uncle Zaug for a while. Not kind of related, just the way they treated me. was the platoon leader for during AIT. And one time when I set them off to march, and they just started chanting, "All hail Zog." It was funny. I had a good group there. And then they switched me to a different platoon that wasn't so good. But yeah.
So you said that you're divorced. Are you remarried and you have any kids?
Yeah, I'm happy married now. I got 2 kids since, and then I have a stepson that he doesn't live with us. He's 19 now. He's on his own. I think he's still with his dad. But yeah, 2 little ones, 7 and 4. And today, just my 4-year-old is like, "Can you play Clix with me?" As I was trying to put my stuff away from Worlds, just to kind of organize it back to where it goes. She's like, "You want to play with me?" He's like, I do want to play with you, but it's time to get going to bed."
Come on, they're trying to pull on those strings, be like, "Look, I can stay up a little bit if I ask these questions."
It's true.
Yeah, my kid doesn't want to usually play until it's bedtime, and he's 12. He's got it figured out. He's like, "Oh, on the weekends I can stay up a little later if I try and rope dad into a game."
This will last at least an hour.
May not pay much attention, but at least it's an hour.
My son, when he wants to play, he's like, "I want to play the big blue guy, Chthon, at full points." And he's just like, he wants to play all these big pieces, have like 1,000-point game. It's going to take forever.
I mean, if you're using similar pieces, then it's not so bad. But if you're like, "Oh, hey, let me run with multiple man," yeah, it's going to be a long game.
Yeah, I try to balance it out. It's like, okay, I'll play with big point figures too, so that they're doing big damage and we can get through the dials quicker.
Without making this not PG rated, does anybody ever kneel before Zog?
No, I haven't had that yet. Not even when Notorious came out. I have been told that I should have gone commissioned and tried to become a general.
Are you on the Heroclix team?
Not officially, but I would probably want to get one of the jerseys from Jay Patel, the Clix Troopers. Pretty cool jersey.
Speaking of Jay, you want to start on these plethora of
Yes,
questions Jay's bombarded us with in the last 20 minutes?
So, Rory, you have a fan base of Jay Patel, and he is
the one dude.
he is a big fan and has
That's one more than I have. That's one more fan than I have.
No, I'm your fan, Scott. All right, so he has a plethora of questions for you. So let's take these down. How is Jay the focal point of your Clix?
Yeah, I mentioned that in a little interview I did with him at Worlds. So he's not my friend that got me into it in the first place, as my buddy McCord. But when I moved to Washington, one of the venues I started playing at, met Jay there. I think he stopped playing for a little bit, and then I was running the games at a store. And then, and this is another time I couldn't play. It was like a little after my son was born, and I just was so busy, and I couldn't run the games anymore. And I asked Jay, "Can you come back and run these games so these guys have an experienced person to organize everything for them?" And he did, and he's been running it there ever since. And it's like whenever I need to bounce ideas off of someone, I go to him. Him and Kevin, they're 2 of the main guys there. And whenever I want to figure something out, he's the one I go to when it comes to Clix. Yeah.
Jay's a great guy.
Next question that Jay has: what bounties did you win?
I didn't win any bounties. I was on some tables that won bounties. So if you don't know what the bounties were, it was each time slot for the battle royales had a bounty. So I mean, there could have been 5 or 10 different pods of 4 players that were trying to get this one bounty. It's basically like a side mission. You do this, and then they would let them choose from one of the winnables that were available to the VRs. Most of the time, they chose the Superior Spider-Man. But they were fun. There was one that I remember was if you make somebody a hit, re-roll it into a miss. You got the bounty one that was really hard, and I'm surprised multiple people even got it because somebody at my table got it, but it had already been claimed, was have all of your characters respawn in your starting area. So you'd have to let yourself get killed, but you get knocked out. So that was a cool one. Or knock somebody off of elevation. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. Roll 10, because there were 10 different.
So he has a follow up to that bounty question. It's like, if you didn't win any bounties, why are you a scrub?
There was one that I was so close to getting, and it was roll a 1 on blades. Yeah, that was. So some were like you don't want to happen during the game because you're trying to win. Some were ones you do want to happen, and I just wasn't focused on the bounties when I was like drafting or anything like that. Wasn't thinking about that. But yeah, it was fun. It's a fun idea.
So Jay wants to know, how is your flight home? And then I want to know, are your arms tired?
Oh, everything is tired. But my flight home, I had a layover in Atlanta, but we didn't take off from Memphis for like an hour. There was something wrong with the starter or something like that. So we were just sitting in the plane for over an hour. So we didn't land on time. So my other flight had already taken off. So that sucked. But the airline gave us a night in the hotel, some money for food, and first flight in the morning. So I got to work late, but still got to work. I think next time I might just, from here, if I go when I still live here, it's only like an 11-hour drive. I might just do that and not worry
from
about
San Antonio is probably like 13 to 14 hours from San Antonio.
14. It's less than a day. So, it's a long day, but it's less than a day.
It's a very long day. I've done it a couple of times.
And and it would probably just be cheaper if I had 2 or 3 other guys driving with me, paying for gas, everybody paying for gas.
Yeah, but you never get any rest on the way there. You're like, oh yeah, I'm just going to take sleeping shifts. No, it doesn't happen.
No.
I didn't even rest when I got there. When I flew in, I landed at about midnight or something on Wednesday, and got to the hotel at like 1-ish, and I went to sleep, but I could not. I think I woke up at like 5:30 or 6. I was just so excited. I could not calm down. I was so excited to be at Worlds for the first time and do all this stuff. I was so excited, and I couldn't rest. And it was the same like the other nights too. We'd stay up talking till like 1, and then I would wake up at 6, unable to rest anymore. So I'm dead. I'm still trying to catch up.
We'll get into that experience here in a little bit. When are you going to start doing brick openings with your Wind Kids? What is Wind Kids?
Oh, because of their names. Jay learned their names recently, or just took note of their names recently. My son, my 7-year-old son, his name is Zephyr. It's like a gentle breeze, or like the god of the wind. And my daughter, her name is Tempest.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So with your Wind Kids and posing as the figures as you open them together.
Zephyr did the unboxing for Lantern Legacy with me. So he was on the video there. Tempest does not. She'd probably want to. I don't mind it. It just kind of... Especially, I've seen some other unboxings with multiple children, and they kind of get rowdy, going back and forth. They're like, I want to open this now. And it's like, oh, but I want to talk about this piece a little bit first. Hold on.
Yeah, that's Eric Sexton, Clix dad.
Yep. Met him too for the first time. It's great to meet a lot of the people that I know from the videos.
What did you learn from attending Worlds for the first time this year?
I learned that I need to force myself to sleep. Because I do think some of my misplays were kind of just chalked to exhaustion.
Okay, but what about the guys who are up drinking all night long?
I know people can do it. I mean, being in the military, I know they do it, but I just don't get it. I prefer sleep rather than stimulants.
I think that changes with age. The older you get, the more you value sleep.
No, it's true. I mean,
I've been there, and it's just like, hey, it's going to be a drink fest all night, or it's like, peace out, dudes. I'm going to bed over here. Don't come in the room unless you're coming to sleep.
Yeah. Did we answer the question? I can't remember what the question was.
What
What
did you?
you sleep?
Yeah.
What did I learn?
Yep.
Also, I learned that, especially if you're doing something that's sealed, study the set beforehand. Kind of
Yes.
make decisions, especially like with BRs. Know the pieces that you want to draft first.
Know what
So
they
you're
can
not
do.
because when you're doing BRs, the time for it is including drafting, including everything. They don't wait to say, okay, start. They say, time start, go to your tables and get going. And so no, don't slow your table down by just waiting to draft. Just it's not
Yeah, I
not very
remember
kind.
last year, Red, White, and Clix was the first time everybody saw Black Panther for the first time, and people were opening packs for Supercharged Sealed and for BRs, and everybody's like, that super rare Namor, don't use him. He's garbage, even though he's super rare. And everybody said that, like, they pulled him because he's super rare. He's got to be good. No, don't
Look,
use him.
BRs are totally different than sealed. In sealed, you have to find the combination of what works. In BRs, it's the highest point character past the booster. That's the easiest way to do it.
And I kind of learned that that's not always the case. It depends on the figure because if you take the highest point character, that's also possibly just feeding your opponents a lot of points.
You got to come to him
So
to get him, and I got other
you
stuff.
you got to kind of get a balance. Like the Spectre, the common Spectre, he's 125 points. He's a good hitter. He has no reducers, and so you can chew through him pretty easily and get some points there. So it kind of depends. I mean, he's good, and he's a good one to draft. Don't get me wrong. He is a good one because he can get you points by hitting hard and at range.
Yeah, especially in Lantern Legacy, there's so much synergy among the keywords and stuff that it might be better off going with a crew of lower point figures and one tent pole. But
So, what all events did you play in at Worlds?
I just did BRs.
So no team battle royal or team.
No, I played a lot of battle royale. I played all of the battle royales that I could. Still didn't get into the top 8 to play at the final tables. Like of the people that played, the number of games that I played, I did the worst. But I do think some people kind of just dropped out from going for that final. If they weren't doing well, they're just like, okay, I'll just get my money back or not buy into more BRs. I kind of hope that's true because it makes me feel a little better about how I did. If not, I just did the worst out of the people who paid the most money.
So his next question is: are you going to find teammates ahead of time for next year's Team Worlds?
If I go, I'm hoping to. Yeah, I guess it won't be Jay because he's like part of the staff now. So if I can go, like I mentioned last time we interviewed, if I have to choose between Red, White, and Clix and Worlds next year, I'll go to Red, White, and Clix. I want to do that because I think that'll be cool. And I like charity events. They're great. It's a cause that I relate to.
yes.
And but if I can go to both, yes, I will try to get a team well beforehand.
What position did you end up in the BR rankings?
Overall, it's in the teens, like somewhere from 14. So I think I could look it up right now. Hold on.
That's pretty good.
That's one really cool thing that they did with HC units. Play is awesome.
Yes. I was just talking today about stuff for Red, White, and Clix, and he's right on it. He has the answers, and if something needs fixed, he's on it right away. Clay is a genius.
I hadn't reached out to him about my issue.
18. I ended up in 18th.
Scott, I don't think that there is anything that Clay can do for your issues.
No, probably not.
What's your issue?
I don't want to have to build teams to put into the system to actually run an event. Like in the win, you didn't have to put in a team. You just say, this person's here, this person's here, this person's here. Match up.
I mean, one thing I like about doing it in HC units, building the team, putting the team in there, is that you can like just glance at it and know if it's legal.
Yes, I like all of the stuff that it does, but if my players don't have HC units or they didn't build their team and submit to the event,
So
and
it actually it's there already. If you go to advanced settings, there's a require team submission or something like that. There's a little knob that you hit and turn that off.
Yeah, you don't have to. I run all of my events at my store. We don't require teams to be put in there.
It's in the
awesome,
advanced
and I need to
settings about
learn
halfway
more.
down.
Then I need to learn more about it and do it more.
Hey, I'm learning as I go too. It's the system is constantly evolving.
Like when I was doing it, I'm like, man, I got to build this team and put it in. I got to force it in. Then I got to put this team in and force it in and attach it to these people.
Now, Clay's one step ahead of you all the way. Just need somebody to teach you where it is.
All right, there's only a few more questions from Jay here. Excuse me. Do you miss playing in Washington?
Yeah. I miss playing in places that I've never played. I want to play with everybody. But yeah, I do. I really miss those guys. They were great. It was a really close knit group of guys.
What was your favorite storyline, local storyline play?
Like the different kinds of events.
Yeah.
The summer event stuff. Oh, let's try to remember the ones that I did not play in War of Light. I did Age of Ultron one.
Civil War.
I did do Civil War. I
I
think it has to be just Civil War because I love that story.
I love the story. The figures in the set were meh.
They were, yeah, they were kind of just. Yeah.
In itself, it was a fun play. You started trying to put that stuff in anything else, it was terrible.
But the sculpts of the prizes were awesome.
Yes.
And I managed to get all of them. I think now I have it's the only set that I have the entire set of is Civil War. And,
so at the fan appreciation event, they talked about they're going to be doing more storyline OP kits and more organized play like that, which I feel like we've heard this every year, but I feel like under the new leadership that they're actually going to follow through this time. So
I mean, the last one was X of Swords, right?
Yes.
And that wasn't too long ago.
Feels like
forever. They don't have to do one every year.
We're supposed to have the Rise of the Sentinel thing coming, but we don't know when.
I don't think they know when either.
It's just going to be a Sentinel that you win and maybe some other stuff. I guess we kind of had the Royal Flush Gang as an event.
Yes, I forgot that one. I didn't get to play in that one.
I liked the aspect of the cards, but I didn't like the aspect that I had to KO something to get a card in a Battle Royal.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm dealt something good, because if I'm dealt hot garbage, then it's not any fun.
So Rory, so this was your first Worlds. What was your overall takeaway from it? Like, did you have a great time? Are you really hoping to go back? Is there anything you wish they would fix?
Oh yeah, definitely had a great time and hope to go back again. It was
so. The biggest complaints over the last few years has been registration. Used to registration, you had 180 to 200 people standing in one line, going through one kiosk or two kiosks to get everything done. And it would take you hours.
It seemed way smoother this year because you could just do it online. And you'd go up to the queue like at the beginning and just confirm, yeah, I'm signed up for these events. They'll say the events. Yep, okay, go. And I only was there the first day because I signed up for almost all of my events weeks beforehand. The only problem with that, though, and it came in with the BRs, and it is something that they want to address in the future, was that because the BRs were designed to take somebody an hour and a half, like an hour-ish of playtime, and then time to draft the prizing and all that kind of stuff. So it's like an hour and a half. But some people signed up for BRs every hour. So they were trying to draft as they were trying to start the next BR. And so lots of BRs got started late, and it was not cool of them to do, to hold up games like that. And they want to address that moving into the future from what they told me. It was just, my last game, I think I would have won if I had my last turn, which was, I was the next player when they called last action, and we had started like 5-10 minutes late with the drafting. So yeah, it's but I'm it was so cool to be there.
Yes.
Like, just there's so much pricing. Like the buyables, the purchasables were awesome, and they're beautiful looking, and a lot of the new prizes were just. And if you're doing BRs, like if you do as many, I got all but one of the new prize figures, the Space Batman. He's the only one I didn't get, whether it was through trades or somebody just saying, "Hey, congratulations!" And so I'm charity. I was a charity case for a lot of people, and I got a bunch of the old ones too. So not old, came out in earlier events this year, like the
So
Jaro and
you swagged out fairly well.
yeah, I got a lot of great stuff, and not to mention the stuff I actually got really lucky in a lot of my games what was pulled in the boosters. I ended up being able to draft the Chase Umbrax, the Chase Guy Gardner, Prime Lobo, Prime Sinestro, and then some super rares as well. But yeah, there was one game that had Prime Sinestro, Prime Lobo, and Prime John Stewart.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I got the Sinestro. So yeah, if you want to just go and know you're going to get some cool stuff, do BRs.
Oh yeah, BRs is an easy way to go. It's expensive, but it's easy because you know that you're getting swag. Anybody on the Wizkids staff other than Jay that you hung out with and got a chance to have a nice chat with?
Like yesterday, I posted a couple of videos. I interviewed Jay. I also interviewed Ryan.
Ryan's
forgetting
guy.
Opalk.
Opalk.
Yep.
I keep wanting to say Olpec or something like that. So it starts with an O. There's a P and an L and a K. So
everybody just calls him Ryan O.
Ryan O. Yeah, it was great to meet him, and he is always wanting feedback for these events because he was kind of in charge of running the event as a whole. So I loved hanging out with him, just giving him some feedback, my view on it as the first time going there. One of the things we discussed was the scheduling of the BRs and making sure everybody had the right timing for it. So yeah, and I just met a lot of the other content creators that were there, and that was awesome.
Did you get a chance to meet Mike Webb, the new general manager?
No, I didn't get to meet him.
No.
He was probably in the main room most of the time, and I wandered through there, but when I did, I was looking at the games, talking to Asiel, who was recording videos and for his channel, the different. He was like the second table. The top table was where Dial H would be recording the games, and Asiel and Alpha Strike was the second to top table.
All right, anybody listening that knows Mike, or Mike, if you're watching, we'd love to have you on the show. I sent you an email. Like to hear back from you.
I requested Mike today, and he accepted. So we're working closer.
Awesome.
And I was going to reach out to Dova too and see if she wouldn't mind being on the show.
That'd be great.
Yeah, lots to talk about.
Absolutely. All right, we're done with Jay's questions now. So after going to Worlds, would you say you're more casual or more competitive?
More casual. I think I enjoy more casual, but I do like trying to be competitive a little bit. So I was considering next time I go, if I'm not trying to like win the BR title or whatever it is, Pulp, I think it'd be fun to play in Pulp. I mean, it's competitive. It's just you're limited on the figures you can use.
Every time that I've played in big events for Pulp, it's like, okay, there's like usually paper, rock, scissors on 3 or 4 different teams that are played. And if you're not playing one of those 3 or 4, then you better have the end all be all team, because it's a roller coaster of the paper, rock, scissors. And if you have no counter to it, you need paper, rock, or scissors, you're toast.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious about your thoughts on this too, Scott. I've done some self-reflection recently about competitive play versus casual, and the nuances between the two, and it seems like once you've really dipped your toes into competitive, it kind of sweeps you away, and that's all you think about. You always think in terms of what's meta, what's going to dominate the board, and then when you get to play in a more casual atmosphere, there's a lot of really fun figures that you would never play Worlds, but you have a lot of fun playing them in just your local setting. And I kind of forget about that. Like I just had that experience last weekend that playing some pieces in a structured format that wasn't 300 modern of just balls to the walls, sweep the team in 2 turns.
Yeah, but playing in those fun events opens your eyes to those other pieces and says, hey, this kind of mechanic works here. Can I make it work over here? Can I find similar figures to do the same thing? And I don't know. I feel like if you don't have the casual, then you can't get to the competitive.
I can see that. And like the 2 different rooms, you could feel the change in stress.
The tension in the air.
Yeah, you could totally feel it. Though it was a little bit less like during Pulp, when it was focused on Pulp, and Pulp was at the same time as the finals.
If you're in there when they're drafting, they're opening their bricks for Team Worlds, it is an energy in that room. Like palpable.
And that's a little more casual too, just because these are the ones that we're limited to. Like we got these figures, and I think that's one reason that I would say that I'm a little more leaning casual. Is I usually just try to play with the figures that I own. I don't like. I do sometimes if I'm trying to do a specific wonky thing, borrow a figure or something like that. But I like to just focus on, hey, this is the stuff that I pulled. I want to play with it. And I think that's really cool about the team seals. Like, hey, this is the stuff we pulled. Let's do what we can with it.
So, but back to your question about casual versus the competitive. Yes, I feel like I like the casual more because just so many different ways to play the game as casual players. And you can even take your competitive team that you played over here at the main event and play it at a casual event and not play it the same way. You don't have to play it balls to the walls. You don't have to be hard in the paint. You can be like, oh, hey, yeah, Spirit of Vengeance. I'm not going to drop the pilot.
But do you feel like for most part, like there's always exceptions to every rule, but do you feel like the most part, the people that really start getting into the competitive atmosphere, they just kind of transition over and they forget about the casual side of things?
It can happen.
Yes, it does. It does happen.
Like there's only 2 people I've heard walk away from Worlds that had a somewhat negative experience, and both players were very high level meta players that didn't do as well as they would have liked, and they felt a little, I don't want to say salty, but disappointed in themselves about it. And those are the only 2 people I've heard anything negative about Worlds from. And it wasn't Worlds itself; it was just they weren't happy with their own performance. I wonder if they've kind of lost some of the magic and the joy.
It'll definitely take some of the shine off the game if you're trying to play in a competitive event and you think that you're there at that level and you just get trounced. It'll take some of the shine off the game for you, definitely.
Stay humble.
Yes. All right, and since we're talking a little bit about casual and competitive, I want to drop a little line about Lucas Van Hollen retiring from competitive play. He will be missed competitively. And I'm sure there's going to be like some people will be like, I'm glad I don't have to face him anymore. So, hey, good for you, Lucas. I did want to comment that if you're not playing competitively, you're going to be playing with yourself. So, plus you have a pregnant wife. You'll figure that part out.
So, Scott Crampton is taking a hiatus from his podcast, and now Lucas is taking a hiatus from competitive. Are they just dropping like flies or what?
Hey, John Michael did wonderful at the event. Like he got second place, so it's gonna be fine.
John Michael is a rising star in the community. I'm really excited to see what he does.
Team. It was a unique team.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow Worlds. I was building a handicap ranch at a ramp at my house for no one that's handicapped. Just wanted to have access for aging parents to come over.
Oh, not skateboarders.
So you're gonna spray some water down it once it's done and go slip and slide down the ramp.
The ramp itself is done. I started working on the handrails today.
Wow.
It is a nice 4-degree angle all the way down. 4.34.
There you go.
I don't know why it's 4.34. It just happened to be that way.
Well, you're a man of many talents, Scott.
I amaze myself sometimes. All right, Rory, do you prefer to build your teams when you're playing a regular game at home or at the shop as a one-man army or a tent pole or a complex build?
I don't really lean either way. It just kind of depends on what I'm wanting to play with. Usually not a one-man army because I like how things interact with each other, but I might do a tent pole, like with that old King Thor or something like that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to at least play with the Phoenix Thor at least once.
Okay, next question that I have. I'm jumping the line. Sorry, Wes. Since you went to Worlds and you came back and you had to reorganize your stuff and you're dog tired already from the travel and the layover that you didn't expect, have you had a chance to separate or redo your rotation stuff?
I didn't really need to. Like I kind of had my stuff is kind of back there. If you see those boxes,
Yeah.
I kind of have most of my modern stuff there, but then over there was all my modern stuff that was gonna rotate. So now that's just rotated. So I already had it kind of separated. It's not very good organization, but so I didn't really have to change anything like that.
I got to redo my stuff because whenever it goes to silver, I put it in a tray like this.
I have one of those, but that's more for my old DC stuff.
When it's in modern, I have trays like this.
I have each set separated into different boxes. So each box is a different set, except for like before when I didn't do that, they're kind of all mixed up. I got like toolboxes full of older things that are just all mixed up.
Come on, Wes. I see a 3-ring binder there.
All right. My favorite part about rotation is I keep all my cards in these binders, 3-ring binders, and I have them sorted by set. And by the end of Worlds, my binder's like just packed full. I can't put any more cards in there. And then taking it out and watching the binder get to this size is real fun.
Slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Hey, they have pills for that.
Yeah. So what's your first step when you're building a team? Like if you were going to Red, White, and Clix next month, are you starting with a particular figure you want to play with and build around that, or a particular keyword or action type, or how do you like building your team from scratch?
It usually just begins with a figure. I was like, oh, there's this figure that does this cool thing. How can I make it even cooler or maximize its use somehow? And just keep going in that direction. Like if I was playing 300 modern, like honestly, the best 300 modern figure that I have now, because Colossus is gone now, the best one I have is the Spirit of Vengeance. So if I was trying to be competitive, I'd probably just build around that. But yeah, usually I start with a figure that I think is cool, and it kind of just spreads from that.
Wes, I know you're hosting the event. Will you be playing in 300 Point Modern?
At Red, White, and Clix? No, I will not.
Why not?
It is a real challenge to manage the event, and I want to make sure everything's running smoothly. So I'm going to be rolling around in my wheelchair, making sure everything's going well. Because I tried last year. I tried to play a couple of games, and I'd get one turn in, and somebody would be calling my name to ask a question about this, or this was going wrong. I had to fix that, and I need to keep myself fluid and free.
You have a head judge, and you have a boss to handle all your stuff. April can handle all the questions.
That, and I think it's a bad look if the host is playing.
If the host is getting trounced, that just makes everyone feel good.
I might try to sit on a BR if there's time, but yeah, I don't plan on playing, especially not in the main event for sure.
So I'm not a host. What if I made it there and I played? Would that look bad?
No, you're a guest.
Why not? Why not?
Or would it look good if I won?
Look great if you
Why
won.
not?
Look great. I would love to see you win. I'd love to see a trophy with Talkn Clix.
Unless Wes was like the judge and obviously favoring you in the different calls, then
He's not even the judge. He's got other people to judge.
Part of the event is a raffle for various items and prizes, and the local car dealership gave a free oil change and detailing of the car, and it's the only thing my wife put money in on, and she won the car wash and the detailing and the oil change. She's like, "Does this look bad that I want it?" Like, no, you put your money in. It's drawn randomly. It's fine.
it's like doing a white elephant gift exchange. And you
if
just
you're
happen to end up with the one that you put in.
If you're drawing randomly and it's live, you're fine.
Yeah.
If you're drawing randomly from the house and it's not live, it's questionable.
I don't think she was so worried about the players as the dealership themselves, because she's like, "Are they going to know that I'm your wife and that I won this that they gave you?" Like, no, they don't care, honey. You're fine.
It doesn't matter to them.
That would be something terrible for me to win, because it'd be hard for me to get my car up there for an oil change.
Yeah.
I need another one by the time I get back.
Oh, I was thinking another figure that I possibly would try to build around if I was going is Prime Lobo.
Prime Lobo's good.
I mean, I don't know how well he would do, but he's so fun to build around.
There's a lot of things that are just fun to build around. Like, I don't know. I haven't even really put together a team. In fact, I'm just going to say that I have other players around me right now that'll build teams that I can just play, because I have not been in build mode since I got done with the CCO. Like, I'll build 3 or 4 teams for whatever night we got coming up, just in case there's a random guy show up that doesn't have a team. But I have not been in the mindset to build for competitive games.
So, Rory, what was your favorite takeaway from the fan appreciation event?
Oh, I think I was asked this in several different ways, but the Venom set, I think I'm looking forward to the most. Like, the other things are cool, like the Thundercats and the Power Rangers, but I was never really into them when I was a kid. So it's cool, but the Venom stuff, I think I always like Venom. I'm a Spider-Man guy, and he's a real good offshoot of Spider-Man.
Can I poo-poo on something?
Poop away.
I mean, I don't like being negative Nancy here, but I don't like the fact that they're like, hey, we're going to talk about, or we're going to preview some Doctor Strange crap, and we're going to preview some Spider-Man Venom crap. Let's hype the next set before we start. I mean, I feel like, yeah, we got Scott Porter unboxings this week. I have not watched a single one. Sorry.
What?
Really?
They showed like half of the first one at Fan Appreciation Night. So that was a big thing. I'm not as into X-Men as I am into Spider-Man. I like X-Men. And the figures, like, did you see the pictures of the figures that they had displayed?
Yes.
That Cyclops looks amazing.
The one shooting down?
Yeah.
Yes, they do look amazing. But I do have a negative thing about the X-Men set. Like, I'm looking at stuff today, and somebody's in one of the Earthbound and Down chat. They're like posting all these figures, and I'm like, number 24 is a rare? How small is this set going to be?
Well, think about what they've been doing with the numberings in general. They've been doing like a number A through E or something like that on a character. So there could be a lot of that, and that just like eats up slots in the rarity. I don't know why. Just give it the other number, because then it's easier to collect all of them, because like it was hard to get. I still don't have a White Lantern Kyle. I didn't see one the entire time at Worlds.
That's
I saw it on somebody else's table. I never saw it on my table.
Would you like one, sir? I think I have an extra.
Yeah, I think I have like 5 of them.
Sure. And they had a box of just stuff that people are like, okay, that I have these, don't need them. Still couldn't find a White Lantern Kyle through the whole box. But But yeah, they've been doing that numbering, and it makes it harder to collect all of even the common rarities because of that numbering system, I think. So that might be one reason why the rares come quicker in the numbering. And I don't know, it could just be a smaller set because it's based on a single season of a TV show.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be extremely small. It's going to be like Collector's Trove small.
The show itself was just amazing, so I'm hoping the set follows suit.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Still catching up on the.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet. All right. Plug your ears. I want to ask Wes who he thinks the is there going to be an Ultra Chase, and will it be Bastion?
They showed his sculpt.
Is he Ultra Chase?
It's a
Or is
chase.
he just like a Chase?
He's a chase.
Okay, because he has to be a Chase.
He's a cool looking sculpt. He's like all got these crazy wing things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That final form Bastion was
Is the Magneto that they showed, is that
chase.
That's a chase with the giant planet behind him? If there was going to be an Ultra Chase, I would think it'd be that. But
no, I don't think there's going to be an Ultra Chase. I feel like the set's going to be too small to have an Ultra Chase.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I wasn't mad at Collector's Trove because in the sense that you could buy a brick and like have all of the CUR, but with
if you wanted
weird numberings, it's not gonna.
The super rares, man. I pulled like 4 Thors, and there's still stuff in that set I don't have. I'm like, Thor is awesome in sealed. Thor is not so awesome. The Mjolnir's fine. Mjolnir works on so many.
Thor is so much fun. I mean, he's not meta, but he's good and fun to play with.
If a set's going to be,
I never pulled a Juggernaut. I pulled 2 Juggernauts. Couldn't get a Juggernaut.
A lot of people had Juggernaut on their team going into sealed, and he didn't make it to at least the final 2 that I can't remember. But
I'm okay with a smaller set if there's something to balance it out, like equipment, rings, tarot cards, something else that's not an actual figure that makes it feel larger. Then I think that's okay because I liked Collector's Trove because of the equipment and stuff.
Well, what about the alternate cards that are coming? What do you think?
Gotta see more of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one they showed, I really like her. It's like, oh, somebody does something, she'll take the action token. Oh, now she has 2 action tokens. Mind control is free.
I feel like they should have been able to do legacy cards that called back to the animated series said before.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that there aren't legacy cards just because there's so many X-Men figures that still need it.
And the show itself is based off of a callback to that series. So
yeah, Dark Phoenix Saga.
Okay, but putting all your legacy cards in one set, I don't think it works very well.
No. You gotta be selective.
Does Leech now make Prime Destroyer unplayable?
Why? Can't remember what.
They can turn off the team ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no willpower or
Prime Destroyer. Yeah.
He still have willpower because he's colossal or giant or whatever, but he doesn't have outwit protection.
I mean, he wasn't played that much, at least in the top.
No, but he could be a lot of the new meta coming forward because it's a tenfold.
True. I mean, there was a one-man army team that went pretty far, and then he had to leave because his daughter had a birthday. Somebody was playing the Phoenix Wolverine solo, and they went undefeated before they had to leave.
I don't get too wrapped up into what's going to break what until they get the first errata list out because I feel like something like Leech is so good that they're going to nerf him right out of the gate.
But he's also, unless you do invest in protection for him, he's really easy to take out.
Yeah.
I mean, like Prime Destroyer.
Multiples for 15 points.
Well, that would be playing multiples of it.
I'm just saying, he's 15 points. I can run 2 of them for 30 points, have 2 out.
That's why I like events that are like
Highlander.
Named figures are unique. Unless they're a generic figure, I like to play figures as unique.
So do I, but I'm just saying for a competitive event, or if something's really, really fun, like the what was the Deadpool set that had Grizzly in it? 40-point Grizzly. I thought that Grizzly was fun to play.
X-Force. Deadpool and X-Force.
I thought Grizzly was fun to play. Just be like, oh, hey, I can run around, pick up these objects, smash people. 40 points of just fun stuff. Or the She-Hulk that was 40 points. The Katani or whatever she was.
So
She was awesome for
I
40
love
points.
when Wizkids picks one figure that they just shove to every booster of a brick, and it's usually something that's really crappy, like Grizzly or Panda Pool that nobody's going to play, and
I
yet
love
you
Panda
get
Pool.
40 of them. And my wife likes opening bricks with me, and she's like, "Which one are you looking for?" And she likes getting all excited and saving that for last. But when I was opening the Deadpool set and it was Panda Pool after Panda Pool, she's like, "Oh, this one again?"
But his thing
Well,
stacks. Like you could get +3 attack and +3 damage for your entire animal team with 3 panda pools. It's like,
Yeah. But he was so slow to move
So
around.
slow.
well, no, you don't necessarily use him. Just put out Wally, Caveman Wally, and he will destroy.
Yes. Yes, he will. No, my wife does the same thing because she actually opens the boosters and pushes them out of the plastic and tosses them over to me. She's like, how many of this one piece is going to be here?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen him 100 times, especially when it's annoying and she can't push it through the bottom. She's got to pull it through the top. She gets super annoyed with it.
All right. So, how does your wife open boosters?
She doesn't.
Me?
Yeah. Top or
I
bottom?
break the seal on the bottom, and that's how she
Oh.
opens them.
No. Rory, how do you open boosters? Top or bottom?
I usually go at the bottom because it's too easy to rip stuff at the top, and I don't want to do that.
One
just like
piece
to
of tape
keep it as-
versus
keep it
two.
as nice as possible.
Super easy.
All right, Rory, I'm going to send you a care package with severely taped up bottoms, so you have to open it from the top. I like tape.
Yes, you do like tape.
I
Oh,
didn't I've noticed your conversations before. I didn't have any trouble with the tape.
see?
No trouble with the tape.
Told you. It's just you.
Just me, I guess. Me and
Because I would just get my finger underneath the tape, lift it, pull it off, and stick it on the side and just open it.
normally, but this last set, for some reason, it just did not want to let go of that plastic and just rip the whole plastic with it.
That sounds like a past West problem. Future West will have an easier time. Past West was a weenie.
So, Rory, if you could go back in time to when you were 15 and tell your 15-year-old self something, what advice would you give him?
Invest in Google.
Good answer.
It's like some insight on the future. No, I would say stop getting hung up on things that aren't going to matter.
But you don't know what's not going to matter at the time.
I know. That's when you look for advice from your elders, I think.
All right, Scott, do you have any more questions for this segment?
No, I think we're good. Shameless plug time.
All right, so we're going to have our own little commercial break here for one, Red Riding Clix, a charity event coming up in just a few weeks. We're about 43 days out, 42 days by the time you watch this. It's a great charity event for veterans. I'm going to price it out as best as possible. It's going to be a great time. It's the second year of the event. Right now, I only have 26 people signed up and registered. I'm hoping to get more because I was planning on 100. And at 100 players, I was going to prize out top 16 at 300 modern, get a brick. So I haven't placed my order yet for the prizing. So the more people sign up, the better the prize is going to be. So make sure you sign up. It's just right here in Lafayette, Indiana. I got a discount rate at a hotel. And everybody that came last year had an amazing time, great prizing, and supports a great charity. Right after Red Riding Clix finishes up, I'm going to be pushing our Patreon. I will be doing a monthly giveaway of prizes for whoever signs up for our Patreon and supports our channel. What else we got, Scott? John Hoffner, Clix creator, 3D printer. If you can think of it, he can build it, and he can make it better and cheaper than anybody else out there. He'll even do plastic for plastic. You give him a chase, he'll print you up some tokens or dice or whatever you need. So give him a shout.
And we also have a fantasy football league ongoing. I face Wes this week. So, and it's like a 2-point spread between us. So it's gonna be a close game, sir. Close game.
Nail biter. Like it. All right. Is that all of our plugs?
I think that's all the plugs.
All right.
Except for that one that's oh no, we're not going to talk about those plugs.
Oh, boy.
Hair plugs? No one's got black eyes.
All right, so Rory, as you're familiar, since you've already been on the show once, unaired, we have what's called the Clix questionnaire on Talkn Clix, and I have gone back to the AI. I have consulted with the experts, and we have a brand new Clix questionnaire, perfectly designed to get the heart and soul of the player. We've been talking to you for an hour now. We've talked to you before. The community knows you've been playing for a long time, but they don't really know you, know Rory, and know what makes you click. Are you ready to be known and know how to make you click?
Are they ready?
All right, toilet paper, over or under?
Ooh, that depends. Depends on if you have kids or pets, I think. Because if you go over, it's way easier for them to just. And so I would go the other way with kids and stuff around, kids and pets. Otherwise, I would do over without them because it's just easier.
It's easier, and you're a Neanderthal if you go the other way with no children or pets.
Yes.
Coke or Pepsi?
I don't drink either.
No soda?
No, I drink soda sometimes, but nothing caffeinated.
Okay.
So Starry or Sprite?
I don't know what the first one is, but Sprite.
Starry is the...
I like cream soda.
Okay. Cream soda solid.
What is the best sandwich?
Oh, I remember my answer before, and I think I do have to stick with it. Just a good Reuben.
Wes already asked this question about what would you do if you went back in time. Which power matches your personality? Outwit, perplex, or probability control?
I'd probably say perplex because I can see myself as being very annoying to people.
All right, would you rather win big with an underdog team or barely squeak by with a meta monster?
Underdog team. It's a better story.
What's the first Clix you ever pulled that made you fall in love with the game?
Oh, okay. Well, then it'd probably be one of my favorite figures from Web of Spider-Man because that was my first set. And I think it'd have to be the Cosmic
Spider-Man?
I know he's like 319 points, but he's crazy.
All right, super senses or shape change? Which would you rather roll for?
Probably super senses because if I get it, they just miss. With shape change, they can change their targets.
Hopefully they don't have another target. Do you talk to your dice or your figures? Please be honest. Before, during, or after the match?
Probably the dice, I think.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, you can do it.
It's just a 6.
All right, if a movie was being made about you and your Heroclix career, what actor would play you?
Oh, actor would play me. Harry Osborn.
Franco,
yeah.
James Franco. I don't know why. I like his range. He can do a lot of different characters, and Clix can be crazy. So.
Which piece of Heroclix strategy advice do you ignore, even though you know it's good?
Oh. A lot of times I think don't split up your characters when they work better together.
What is your most used phrase at the table?
I don't remember any phrases that I use when things are going well, but when things go poorly, I often say fart nuggets.
What's the last TV show you binge watched?
Well, I'm trying to get through the X-Men animated series, the original one right now.
The original one, season 5 is like a slog through it. Yes. Season 4 is fair. Season 5 is a slog.
I'm still in 3.
It's totally worth it to get to X-Men 97. Excuse me. I am blessed. I'm here with you.
Do you have a motivational song or speech that you listen to before a big event?
I don't think so. No.
It sets you up. It puts you in the mood. Would you rather hear, smell, or taste colors?
Probably. Oh man. I think that'd be interesting, and if it was bad, it would be easier to block out.
All right, so our last guest actually managed to guess my magic number. Didn't think it was possible, but he managed to find it. So Scott has a number that he's thinking of, and he's going to transmit it to you through the network of Clix that we have as a community. What is the number Scott's thinking of? And Scott, do you have any clues you want to start us off with, or just?
It'll be a 3-digit number.
3-digit number. Okay.
Well, I'll go with what you mentioned earlier, 4.34.
No.
All right. So that has been the Clix questionnaire. The whole community now knows Rory inside and out. They know how you click. How does it feel?
Relaxed, I think. I think I'm just relaxed because the Worlds is over.
It takes you about a week to recuperate.
I gotta get to work. I gotta be to work at like 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. So.
Oof. Well, thank you so much for being here, making time for this. Do you have any final thoughts for the community before we sign out?
Oh, one thing that came to mind after we stopped talking about it was with the BRs doing the bystanders. That was awesome. That was an awesome inclusion for the event. And they had so many of them that they just started putting them down with every single BR group. You didn't have to actually just do one of the BR signups. But it's a great way to get those things into the hands of players when they don't have an opportunity, or just never were able to get those chase boosters. So, I got a time breaker. I got the magic, the flute. Got a lot of other ones that I'd never seen before, and they look super fun to play with. And we were able to play with them during the BRs. It was great, and I know that they plan on doing more of them in the future, like getting them out to us.
It sucked the way they were giving them out beforehand.
Yeah. Yes. Scott, final thought?
I do have a final thought. It's a quote that I read the other day, and it's sometimes you may feel like nothing good happens to you because you're the good that's happening to other people. So continue being that good.
I like that.
Yeah, nice. My final thought is just my final thought for everything between now and November 15th is Red, White, and Clix. It's a great event. It's going to be super lot of fun. It's just going to be a great event. So please come out. Please register sooner than later, so I know you're coming. I guarantee you'll have fun and you will not regret it if you come. So please come on out.
Wish I could go.
All right, gentlemen, that's been Talkn Clix. I appreciate your time for being here. I appreciate everybody who watches and listens to this every week. It's a great show.
One more thing. I want to shout out to my friend Harold Cardona and Emily in Canada. They're looking for a Mountain Dew Voodoo 25. They're not being released in the States this year. So thank you to them. If y'all can find it for me, I will pay for the shipping and the product.
Mountain Dew. All right. Everybody, thank you for watching Talkn Clix. It's been a pleasure to be here with you. And as always, keep on clixing. Yeah, have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Kneel before Kal-El.
Kneel before Zod. Lay down on your backs before Zod. Now, using your lower abdominals, raise your legs and hold on a 5 count before Zod. 1 before Zod. 2 before Zod. 3 before Zod.
and more, as it is his decree. He was condemned, left for dead by an known enemy. Did his time, got back up. Now he's filled with such hate. He won't rest till he's dead. Has a long memory. Clones doused in blood, he'll unleash on anyone who disagrees. He intends to transcend, he just wants supremacy. And he swears he's gonna kill guitars that sound. Yeah, he'll kill guitars that sound. Yeah, he'll kill guitars that sound.
You are not the president. No one who leads so many could possibly kneel so quickly.
But there is one man here on Earth who will never kneel before you.
Who is this imbecile? Where is he?
I wish I knew. Oh, God.
Rory Zaug.
Superman, can you hear me? Superman, where?
Who is this Superman?
You'll find out, General. And when you do...
Come to me, Superman! If you dare, I defy you! Come! Come and kneel before...
Zaug. Rory Zaug.
Superman, thank God. I mean, get him!
Come to me, son of Jor-El! Kneel before...
Zaug.
Kneel before...
Rory Zaug.
Kneel before Zod.
Kneel before...
Zaug.
Kneel.
Kneel before Zod!
General? Would you care to step outside?
Superman!
Superman, thank God. I mean, get him!
Come to me, son of Jor-El! Kneel before...
Rory Zaug.
Kneel before me.
I said...
Son of Jor-El! Kneel before...
Rory Zaug.
Snoochie boochies!